you ever traveled to a big city like New York or Chicago and listened to the sound and smelled the exhaust permeating the air and seen the smog hanging over the buildings? American transportation has been fueled by gasoline monsters and diesel behemoths for over a century. However, up until recently, have Americans begun to wonder what it'd be like if electrical vehicles ran the show. Electrical vehicles are cheaper, more environmentally friendly, economically affordable, and convenient for the buyer. Humans have been converting and creating electrical vehicles since the early 19th century. Great inventors like Amos Jedlick and Thomas Davenport were credited with creating the first electrical vehicle. Even Thomas Edison, the creator of the light bulb, created his own electrical vehicle. It wasn't until 1881, however, that rechargeable batteries were invented. Before then, electrical vehicles were always single-use. Depending on the model and make of the electric car, you're going to have to pay some money. Lower-end vehicles like the Chevy Volt range around $22,000 up until higher-end like the Tesla Model S, which is upwards of $100,000. While this is a lot of money up front, they end up paying for themselves with gas and oil and maintenance costs. America's transportation industry is responsible for 30% of the carbon emissions in the United States. Clark Gellings claims in his book, Saving Energy and Reducing Carbon Dioxide Emissions with Energy, that 60% to 75% of fuel efficiencies are lost through braking, pollutants, and heat through the engine. Electric vehicles offer no pollutants and have very little carbon footprints compared to their gas counterparts. If the entire United States were to switch to electrical vehicles, we would become less dependent on foreign oil. Currently, 24% of the oil consumed in the United States is produced foreignly, compared to in 2008, where 60% was produced foreignly. The oil that we would use for our transportation, we could better use for synthetic rubber tires, plastic for water bottles, and even the asphalt we use in our roads. Almost every single college campus I've been to, there have always been electrical vehicle charging stations in the dorms or on the parking structures. Even office buildings that I've seen, some schools, hospitals, and airports have had electrical vehicle stations. With the prevalence of electrical vehicles rising, so are the electrical vehicle stations around the United States. Most often, you can get an EV station installed in your home when you purchase a vehicle. The perks for having an EV vehicle come with a greater convenience than their gas counterparts. While we're still a ways away from converting entirely to a green transportation system, we are still just a simple step in the process. Electric vehicles are a cheaper alternative, a more environmentally friendly option, economically beneficial option, and convenient to the buyer. EV vehicles could very well be the future of transportation.
This is where you take questions and answers now?